Welcome back to my channel. Sorry for disappearing for like a month. I was in Oklahoma for 2 weeks and didn't really get to film anything. Also, sorry if you can hear my sister. She's showering in the room next to me. Today I think I'm gonna do something kind of like Loie Lane does and tell scary stories while doing my makeup. I think it'd be easier to tell stories while I'm doing something to kind of distract the fact that I'm talking to a camera. I'm very good at talking to a camera. Sorry, I'm so fidgety. Like, things that have happened to me and my family, just like very short stories. There's many incidents we've had in this house. I'm trying to also take a more like paranormal approach to my channel. That is what I kind of want it to be for my long form videos. I'm graduating in May, so I should be able to start maybe paranormal investigating in some places. So I am heavily inspired by Sam and Colby. I do really want to do things like they do. So I'd be expecting videos like that in the future. So I guess I should give some background as to why we're pretty sure it is haunted. Because my parents had had this Bible that they had when we first moved in, which was probably, I think we moved in about 12 years ago. They said that a lot of weird things happened when they brought that Bible into the house. They didn't tell me exactly what, but they said when they got rid of it, that things basically just stopped. A little while after that, they brought in these old school desks that, the desk that one side's a desk but also has a chair attached to the back of it, I think more paranormal things started happening after that, because I did some investigating on it a while ago, and it is from the 1800s. So that could be part of the reason for all of this. This camera is making my foundation very orange. I swear it's not like that in person. I personally believe that something could have been attached to those chairs. And that whatever was attached to the Bible could attach to something else in the house because of things that have happened. So the scariest thing that has happened is that my mom had woke up one night, and she had looked in the corner of her room, and she said that there was this really big black figure, and it kind of peeled off the wall when she really focused her eyes on it, and it started coming towards her. So she tried to back away, get behind my dad, and when she did, it lunged for her, which caused her to start screaming. And she said the last thing she saw before my dad jumped up and turned the lights on was just a hand coming at her, but it completely disappeared as soon as my dad turned on the lights. Sometime last year around the season where fairs happen and stuff, we were driving in a car we were driving home from the fair, and we had been talking about that incident the whole day because we thought that my mom's cousin could give tips on how to get it out of the house. But on the way home, we were talking about it, and she was kind of describing it, and I was about to ask, was it wearing a hat? And right before I could say it, she said, "I know it sounds crazy, but it looked like it was wearing like a top hat of some sort." I just completely freaked out after she said that, because shadow people are one thing, but the hat man, I don't want that in my house. So yeah, I was pretty scared after she said that, because ghosts are one thing, I can handle those, but not things like that. So yeah, since she told that story, I haven't been able to sleep alone in a dark room. My lamp always has to be on, which I was scared of the dark anyway, but especially after that story, I was just scared I was gonna wake up to him in the corner of my room. So one of my experiences that I had in my mom's room was, it was a school morning. This happened sometime last year. I think it was around the beginning of the school year, but I had gotten out of the shower and I had to go to my mom's room. And it's pretty dark in my mom's room in the morning. It's pretty much pitch black in there. And I went in there to go get the hairdryer. Well, my mom was in the bathroom. So I knocked on the door 3 times. And right after I did that, there were like 3 knocks or like 3 taps on the wall. Almost like it was mimicking me. And I completely froze. I got really cold. And just stomach completely dropped. It was terrifying. After, like, I had actual tears in my eyes after that happened, because I hadn't experienced something like that before. And I was in that pitch black room. It was horrible. Like, I was already scared of my parents' room, but it was just weird. I ran in, after my mom opened the door and got my hair dry. I dipped out of that room and ran straight to my bedroom and jumped on my bed and just try to forget about it, which I haven't been able to. But like, I generally haven't gotten that scared from a paranormal experience like that, because most of the time other people were around me, so I wasn't alone. And it's like, I don't know, it was just terrifying in the moment. Okay, so there is a little girl spirit that we think is here, because that's something me and my mom most commonly see. So we didn't know each other were seeing it until not that too long ago. Because I usually, like, behind the corners, I would, well, like, in the corner of my eye, I would see this little girl, blonde, white dress. In the corner of my eye, she would quickly, like, go behind corners. And then there's this area in my kitchen, where there's just this wall behind the counter. I always saw her, like, walk behind that in the corner of my eye while I was walking. And also, one day, I don't know if I was dreaming or I can't remember if this was a dream or something actually, but I was like sitting in front of my parents' door petting my dog, and I zone out a lot, so it could have been that. But it was like I zoned out, and it was just this vision of a girl running down the hall, kind of like the girl that we were seeing, and she ran into my parents' room, which was scary. I hated it, but I can't remember if that actually happened or if that was just my brain making stuff up. It probably was that. Then a little while later, my mom had said that she could have swore she saw a. So when me and my sister were at school, she said she walked past my sister's bedroom and could have swore that she saw in the corner of her eye a little girl sitting in my sister's chair, just brushing her hair or something. And when she looked over, she wasn't there. That's when I freaked out because we were seeing the same thing. And she was also seeing her quickly walk behind walls. And yeah, that's what freaked me out. And then me and my sister were at our friend's house down the street. And he was helping my mom unload groceries. And he looked in the back seat. He saw a hand wave at him. So he thought me and my sister were in the back seat messing with him. And so he remembered we were at our friend's house. So he saw something that wasn't there waving at him. Freaked me out because that's the car I drive. And I'm scared I'm gonna be driving and look back to a little girl in the back seat. I don't want that happening to me. There was also, this incident happened twice. My mom's cousin and her husband were staying over for a few days. And we were all in the kitchen making homemade biscuits. And my mom's cousin was just talking. And then she all of a sudden stopped with a confused face and walked over to this wall that's beside her fridge. And she said that she thought Ava, my sister, was messing with her. She thought she saw someone peeking over the wall and quickly dipped back behind. But when she went to go look, no one was right there. And that also happened to my dad in the same spot. So they didn't really describe it if it was a girl or not. Okay, I think she was like standing right here talking. We were over there on that counter making stuff. And I think she had seen something kind of like this and just go back really closely behind this wall. My sister interrupted me. But my dad was also standing right here one night. I don't know what we were doing. But he saw the same thing as something go behind this wall. Shut it. It was weird.
Dog. Oh my god. He got scared of his reflection earlier. He saw it, he barked, and then he ran to the door and wouldn't come back. You're recording?
Yeah. I'm blocking you. They can't see you. You're ridiculous. I forgot what I was talking about, so I'll just move on to another story. This one, me and my dad both heard at the same time. This eyeliner looks awful. Me and my dad were sitting on the couch. I think my mom and sister were out shopping or something. So we were both just on our phones doing nothing. And I thought I heard a girl laugh or something, like a little girl. So I rewinded my video to make sure it wasn't the video, and it wasn't. It wasn't the TV, which is a bunch of grown men on the TV. And the volume was really low. And I looked at my dad, and he looked at me, and he said, "Did you hear that?" And so that basically confirmed that there was a little girl laughing. We both couldn't figure out what it was. It wasn't any of our videos. It wasn't the TV. So, because we got disembodied voices in our house now, which is just great. I don't remember when that happened. It had to have been like maybe last summer. I think I was a sophomore when that happened. I can't remember. There was also this instance where me and my sister were messing around outside. I think this was also last summer, maybe. We're messing around outside. We're getting ready to leave somewhere. And I ran inside for a minute. When I came back out, my sister was gone. So I thought she was hiding from me. And then I was in my garage, and across the driveway was my dad's truck. And I saw my sister's shoes outside the truck. So, which made me look inside the truck, and when I did, it looked like there was a girl looking at me. So I thought it was my sister hiding in there. So I went over there and peered through the windows, and there was nothing. And I checked all around the house. No, she wasn't outside at all. She was inside the whole time. She had snuck inside when I went inside. So I don't know if it was that thing where you can just kind of see human faces within like random objects, you know? It very well could have been that. Because there was a lot of plants and stuff behind there. So it could have easily been that. It was so super weird. There's also an instance where my dad thought he got touched by it. Like, he was standing in the kitchen washing dishes, and he said it felt like someone wrapped their arms around him and like was hugging him, and thought it was me or my sister, but there was no one in the kitchen. Which when I'm washing dishes or just washing my hands in there, I always freak out because I always think there's someone standing behind me or beside me, because it always feels like that, like there's a presence right there, which like it's so strong that I actually expect to see someone standing there when I turn around, but there obviously isn't. I don't know if that's me freaking myself out or if there is actually something. There are more things. I'm just trying to think of them because there's been many. We did think we caught something on camera because my dad got cameras for his birthday a while back, like security cameras. So I, of course, got excited because we were going to put one in the living room. I thought, well, we finally get paranormal evidence or something. And one night, my dad called me into his bedroom to show me a video on the security camera of the living room. And the time I think was about 10 o'clock at night, which we were all already in bed. And with these cameras, you can see when someone walks into the room. There's no sneaking around it. There's no way someone could have walked in there and you not see it. In the front, it was just nothing. And then this big white thing just flew in front of the camera. I'll insert it into the video.
Record.
It was so weird and freaky. I was excited about it. Everyone else, I mean, I was freaked out, but I was mainly happy because I love that stuff. So I am trying to insert that video to Nuke's top 5, but he hasn't posted in a long time and is going through some things, so that's going to be a while. But I don't think there was anything else in that video that I was able. There's nothing else in that video that I was able to find, but if you guys want to analyze it and see if you can see anything, or if you can figure out what that white thing is, that'd be cool. There's also this instance where during like COVID, I was in 6th grade. In my bedroom, me and my sister used to share. We didn't really share a room at the time. We just liked to sleep in the same room together because we were both pretty scared to be alone. I had a really hard time sleeping during that time. I wouldn't be able to fall asleep until 5 in the morning, almost every night. Which I still do that, but it's a lot better now. But I was already having a hard time sleeping that night, and I kind of turned over on my side facing this wall, trying to get some sleep. And behind me, I could have swore, like, I didn't have a carpet in here at all. It was just hardwood floor. Jesus. It was just hardwood floor in here. And behind me, it sounded like just barefoot footsteps walking behind. So I was only like either 11 or 12 at the time. I was terrified. But I didn't want to get up and run because I didn't know what was behind me. So I, for some reason, just stayed turned over and just pulled the blanket over my head. Because that'll definitely save you from a demon or a ghost. Me now, I would have just sat up and probably cried. Because that's the best thing to do. Or I would have just yelled for my sister. That works too. I can't tell if this eyeliner is even or not. I know I have more stories. I can't think of them. A lot of stuff has happened. They've completely left my mind. So, I guess. So I guess those are, all the stories I can think of right now. I'll definitely tell you if I think of any more. So, I think now I was gonna do a separate video for the Q&A thing. But there's so very little questions that I think I'll just put it in this. I haven't even finished my makeup, so. Okay. Let me find it. So, Snow Kitty asked, what are some of my favorite DIY projects? And do I have any tips for DIY in general? For the tips, I don't really know. Cause I really just learned as I go. I would say just practice. Don't be afraid to try things. There are a lot of things I've tried to do for a video that just did not work. Just try. If you fail, then I'm sorry, I'm so bad at tips and advice. Yeah. Watch tutorials, that's what I did. Or go on Pinterest. There's a lot on Pinterest too. That's kind of where I learned a lot of things. I didn't really go on YouTube a lot for them. For my favorite DIY, I would say my pins that I made. And I also made I made an Ice Nine Kills shirt off of camera that I really love. It's my favorite shirt right now. So that's probably my favorite at the moment. I also love this shelf that I made, like right there. I love that one a lot. I'm trying to make one right now for my CDs. It's not going so well. So, girl, I'm sorry. I don't know how to say your name. Is it Maywin? I'm sorry. I'm horrible at pronouncing names. Don't hate me. I'm just gonna call you May. So May asked, who is my main inspiration? I don't really have one. Just go based off of everything I see on Pinterest, because that's the best place for inspiration. For content wise, I know it's not like showing right now, but it will when I actually get to start getting comfortable in front of the camera and stuff, you know. For inspiration, like I said, I want to do things like Sam and Colby. I'm also very inspired by Louie Lane and Jesse V. I really want to do videos like those too, if the investigating part doesn't work out. Because that might be hard to do in the future, considering my job in the future won't be too bad and get in the way. All I want to be is a hairstylist. That's what I'm going to school for, so it should be easy. But it'd be a little hard to travel everywhere. I don't really have inspiration for my clothes and my fashion. It's just really just what I got inspired by online. I'm horrible at explaining. I'm so sorry. She also asked, what makes art and self-expression so important to you? For art, that's just what I found during COVID that I figured out I loved. I did a lot of that because I didn't have friends during that time. I mean, I had one best friend. But at school, I just didn't have anyone. And obviously, I couldn't hang out with anyone during COVID, so I was really just alone. I had my sister and family, but I found joy in art. And it's still something I use to take my mind off of things. I still don't have a lot of friends, but... And for the self-expression, during middle school, I kind of just tried to be like everyone else.
I said, oh, jump scare.
I try to fit in with the popular groups. Think that maybe they would like me and want to be friends. That didn't happen. I tried to dress like them, talk like them, do things they did, and it just didn't work. So I found one of my best friends, Kira, in 7th grade, which she really helped me know that it was fine to not fit in with everyone else. And then in 8th grade, I found my other best friend, Carlin, and Trent. They helped me a lot too. Trent introduced me to the music and fashion choices that I do now. So thank you for that. They both, and everyone else in those friend groups. In that, like, hold on. Everyone I was friends with in 8th grade just made me realize it was fine not to fit in with everyone else. And that's why, I don't know if that answers the question, but I don't know. Just be yourself. Don't worry about fitting in with others. You'll really end up more happy just being yourself. Because I did lose people when I changed, but I guess it's probably for the best. Just don't worry about what anyone says. Whether you want to dress like how I do, goth, scene, whatever. Even if you want to dress preppy in those styles, just do what you want. I just think there's so much hate right now with that, In the final question she asked is, what pizza toppings do you put? I usually just go for cheese, pepperoni, and jalapenos. Except I take off the jalapenos because they are too spicy. But they leave enough juice on the pizza that still add a little spice and flavor, I usually just take the peppers off of mine and then give them to my sister because something's wrong with her. She can eat a lot of jalapenos and be fine. I don't understand it. Finally, Starlight Bugs asks, how long have you been alternative and what subcultures are you a part of? If you use any labels for your style. I have been alternative since, I started kind of in 8th grade. That's when I tried to kind of change my clothes and everything. I wasn't really able to, but my music changed. I didn't really start being like this until maybe 2nd semester or sophomore year. That's when I really changed. So not that long. And then I don't really use any labels. I just do whatever because, I changed a lot. I'm something different every day. I don't have a specific thing I'm a part of. Just whatever I like. I'm gonna take a break from this, finish my makeup, and get dressed because I am going out to eat in an hour. So I'll be right back. Just the final step. Okay, that's the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you have any paranormal stories yourself, comment them, and I could do kind of a subscriber story time thing. So go do that if you have anything. Quick question. I tried to dye my hair, the underneath of my hair, with the Enchanted Espresso by Arctic Fox, and it did not stick to my hair. There is the tiniest color difference. You can't even see it on camera, I don't think. There's the tiniest color difference, but it's supposed to be really dark, and I don't understand why it didn't stick. So if y'all know anything about hair dye, please help me. But that was it. Hope you enjoyed. I think I already said that. But yeah, I'll try to have more content coming soon. Let me know what you want to see in any future videos.
That's all, freaks.